far where I come from.
I sit and wonder about the times that it made sense. But nowadays I don't worry about what's past tense. My younger days I used to hang around with mad friends. If we just fell out, I don't really know what happened. A lot of people come around to keep you stagnant, distraction. So you don't show them no compassion. We was really out here grinding, really rapping, stacking them Franklins, them Grants and them Jacksons. Imagine if we would've never just unpacking. I'm blacking on anybody thinking they could act up with me. This vibe ain't for free, cause where I'm at in life, I'm only focused on me. Note the self, know yourself, focus on your health. They don't wanna help them, it, do it by yourself. Don't give them no excuse to put you on the shelf. If it's me, myself, and I, then there's no one else. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it, love yourself.
Practice what you preach.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna regret if I lose this. There's news coming in the next 2 minutes, and maybe it's not worth the loss, but it's not like my 1 minute setup. But based off of what I've seen it drop on a 15 minutes, we're such at a discount. Now, I don't expect us to, maybe the high of the week is in, but I'm thinking we should at least shoot up some. I mean, we retrace and I have no area of interest down here, but we are 2 standard deviations below CBDR range, and we're way below midnight, so although DXY is a little bullish, I want to see a pop, even if we don't, I just don't want a new low of the day, even if we don't make a high of the day, we got news in about 20 seconds here. I want to see us like shoot up, not shoot down. Let me just give it a little bit of room in case it wants to, okay. Popped up. Come on. Don't pop back down. Okay. Alright. Now I don't know how high we're gonna go, but I at least want to see us take these high. Okay, so we're good for the day. That could be a good, take those highs. So CES took those highs, right? Okay. ES took those highs real clean. Some equal highs that was there. Oh my gosh. All right. Then caught the pop. Got that. And now we wait until market open. Okay. So looking at ES here, ES had these equal highs. Okay. Do you know what I can do to make this easy? Because now I'm using the app now instead of the web, so I shouldn't have these interruptions anymore. But we came right there. We took some buy-side liquidity. Let me load up on wait, that's not how you do it. Alright. Open up. Yes, there you go. Trade what you see is what they always say. All right, there we go. That's a lot cleaner. So got ES here. Let me make sure this follows. Oh, it does. Nice. All right. So looking at ES, we had ES here. These equal highs. Figured we shoot up. So at least here. And now just see what happens. Okay? Now just see what happens. So do we go back up or not? I have no idea. But now I have a cushion 1 hour before market open. Same here. Okay? Now, I don't think we're bullish. I mean, I don't think we're bearish at all. But nonetheless, it just is what it is. So, market open, I'll be able to see another story because we came down. We definitely took lunch lows or lunch liquidities. Okay. Now, I didn't want it to retrace back this low. So what I have to pay attention to in terms of just price action is I know we're at a discount, and then to get up above 50% of this range. That's all I wanted. And so I got that. We took some buy side liquidity and then ran into a 15-minute fair value gap. So assuming these lows stay intact, right? Then I'll look for another setup to continue higher. Or between now and market open, if this retraces and come back down, then at that point I will see what we do. Honestly though, I could be just good for the day too and go from there. But all right, so I'll be back in an hour. What I'm gonna do is probably just pause and hold this video. But you know what, better yet, I'm going to go ahead and let the screen record price action, and then I will just return. Let's see how price respects these levels that I marked up. Does this low stay intact or not? We have 1, 2, 3. 3 drives lower inside of this wick, right? We do this on wicks, and we also do this on fair value gaps. And so this could be the 3 drive pattern to 1, 2, 3, and then expand lower. However, at the same time, it is 8:30 news, right? So I'm reading price action like I'm reading a storybook, right? So now, although we are at a discount for everything else, we are at not a premium, but we're above the 8:30 price. So typical setup, I'd like to see us not trade below, right? Or if we're bullish, we're typically looking for some kind of sell side liquidity after 8:30 and then goes up. Now that's not always the case, and it doesn't have to be that on news days. So I'll return in about an hour, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yo, what's going on, bro? Uh, I'm on the charts, man. Um, I do not like what I see. Let me show you. Let me share my screen. I wasn't expecting us to trade this low. Let's see something. All right, I'm put on the 15-minute chart. Why the hell does these? Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna show you right now. Does it look like there's blue lines in between? Hold on. I see the session lines. Hold on right quick. Probably once I log into my app, it'll go away. All right, that's still there. It has to do with the sessions. Okay, there we go. All right, so I did not want us to get this low. You can see my screen? All right, I didn't want us to get this low simply because when I look at where we came from, right? And this is just how I see the charts. We had this bullish breaker, we're going up, and I guess the short version is I've been bullish this entire time, and with this down move here on yesterday, I didn't see a reason for us to come all the way down here. Now, I did catch a scalp on the buy because we're below midnight, right? We're 2 standard deviations below Asia range and the CBDR range. That's the black line here and these red lines. And so at the very least, what I know is that we're at a discount. Okay. And then also what I saw on ES, I probably should have held on to them longs. I had these equal highs right here. Move highs. See that? So at the very least, I knew that the draw of liquidity was higher. Plus, I don't know if you trade this or not, but plus the 3 drive pattern. I only draw the 3 drive pattern on wicks and on fair value gaps. Okay. And so looking at this fair value gap, looking at the wick of this 1 hour, and I think I explained it last week that I look at the wicks and see if price respects 50% of the wick on a 1 hour. So I looked at the 5 a.m. candle on 1 hour, and then I saw this. So I was looking at this fair value gap because I actually had bought here, and then did I catch an L? I think I caught an L there actually. Okay. I tried to buy here, and then I closed it. Then I bought here, and then I was hoping that it was going to shoot up. And then I ended up catching, it just stopped me out in profit here. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and buy. So I ended up buying down here, and I just caught this pop during news. And I said, okay, it's just going to create a cushion for me, and I'll see what happens during market open is what I wait for. So honestly, I do not know where we go today. Yeah. No, it's all good, man. As long as you can explain it, I can follow. It's loading. All right, I can see it. Yep, I see it. Yeah, I see the chart. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when it took this high here at 12th of August, what did price really do other than go back to the open and come back again higher? Like, what did price really do here? Not much, right? Because it met the
Mm-hmm.
objective right there. The objective was from here, from the open. So open,
Mm-hmm.
monthly immediate rebalance, take the high. That objective met. It's like an hourly candle. When it meets the objective, it starts fucking around. It just doesn't do anything until the next hour open, right?
Correct.
So right here, you see the highest close candle. That was the rejection block, weekly rejection block. So, meaning what? And then this is my thought process, right? If we're looking at the daily profiles, right? Most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, Thursday caps the weekly range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Caps the weekly range. So, yeah, the same exact news was what happened on 31st of July. If I can show you here. 31st of July. There. That's the 8 a.m. candle. The exact same
Mm-hmm.
news, right? In the 31st of July. This is what 8 a.m. did, right? And it just dropped. But however, this was on a Thursday, not a Friday. But the Friday just followed along. So basically, but what I'm seeing is, I'm basically in my view, I see a potential rally up. What the last news did, it didn't fill that opening range gap. You get me? Last
You talking about the
news
news from this
did not
morning?
even. No. From the same news, but from last month,
Okay.
right? It didn't
Yeah.
fill the opening range gap. It just started dropping. It didn't fill it all the way. So, and it didn't even take the 830 highs. That was the thing. That was like, I was waiting for that, right? And the reason I remember it is because I got burned by it. So
Yeah.
the reason I remember it is because I got burned by it, and I basically, where is it? There, Thursday. Yeah. No, it's not here. It's 1 hour. Let's go here actually. So 31st of July. There we go. 31st of July. Basically, I missed this move, right? Because I was waiting for that 880 high to be taken. It was never taken. So, based on the weekly profiles, based on the monthly objective already being met, I would say, if price respects this rejection block right there, and I'll be honest with you, yeah. I'll be honest, and I could totally be wrong. I'm just being honest with you. You might not even see price like just go there, because this is the gap right now. It's gonna appear here. So that's the gap.
Yeah.
Right there. So that's the gap. That's currently forming. So still forming. So I'm just watching.
So you talking about the regular trading hour gap?
Yeah, right there. So
Yeah. Okay.
Just make it.
So
See, yeah.
I think all of the reasons that you pointed out are valid. And it's one of those things where I could make a case for both, right? Because if you look at ES made new all-time highs, so it can cause some kind of retracement.
Yeah,
So I feel like that's the down move.
definitely.
And like you mentioned, with it being the end of the month, I
Yeah.
honestly feel like we are just creating that top wick, like you mentioned. Um, and that's
Mm.
why I honestly think today could just end up being an inside day and we don't make any new highs or any new lows. And then whatever the objective that it waits for, which I do think we're overall bullish, probably does not happen until next month, where we go ahead and continue. So, and I'm not huge on the fundamentals at all. And so, we can sit there and say that, there's options that are expiring. I do believe in liquidity. And so, there is people who have put options. They're looking for expire. There's people who went long and holding for longs. And if I was a market maker, I'd run that. I'll shoot price up for a little bit and then shoot it right back down and just close it in the middle, you know? Um, and if you look at now, this does not always hold true, and I'm not an expert in this area, but trying to figure out, and that's one thing about ICT I haven't learned yet, on trying to figure out where the price is going to close for the day, for the week, or the month once the objective has been met. And if what you're saying is true and the objective has been met, then I look to see if price is going to close about 20 to 30% of the range, right? Yeah. So, like, that's what I did this morning. Mhm. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Because time is fractal, right? Or price is fractal. So what I did was marking up 25 to 30% of the range, or marking up the monthly range from wick to wick. I see that 30% is 23,680 and 25% is 23,744. So I feel like, yeah, well, the top has already been there, but I feel like we can close anywhere inside of that. And so that, mhm. Oh yeah, I mean, the monthly open would be diabolical, but I've seen worse, man. Sometimes it's like you try to predict. Yeah, man. Hmm. They are, but all opens weekly. Yeah, all of that. So, I yeah, hmm, yeah. You said what? What you say? No, you was on a 15-second chart. Did you say 15-second chart? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha, man. Man, I don't. Yeah, man, I don't even. I can't. You know what? I can't even see the 15-second chart because I ain't paid for that part of the subscription. But I used to hate the 1 minute, bro. Like I used to hate it. It's over time studying it is slowed down for me, And don't get me wrong, I would imagine that those who do trade on the 15-second, 5 second, after a while, it does become slower for them because they've just seen it a bunch of times. But it just doesn't fit my personality, man. I would go broke trading anything less than 1 minute. I'm blowing account. I was blowing account. I don't even look at anything under 1 minute. Like I don't even look at it, bro. So it's matter of fact, I think if I tried to go down to like the 30 seconds, uh-huh. Yeah, long term, nah, nah. I might have to blow 50 accounts. I ain't trying to do that. Yeah. And to be honest with you too, even if I could trade the like the 15-second charts or whatever, it's honestly not even sure if it's worth it. When I look at, so when I do a lot of trading, like when I'm trading prop firms, right? I just see profit and losses, and that's it, right? But on the live account, man, or at least with AMP, bro, if I take a lot of trades, I'll take a lot of trades, and the next thing you know, like when it closes overnight, I gave so much money back in commissions, bro. So like that trading doesn't, trading where you just constantly buy, constantly sell, like even if you're profitable, bro. I've had days where I maybe was like $300 in profit, but I had to pay $200 in commissions. It's like, damn, you know what I mean? Because, well, no, the commissions is not heavy. It's goddamn scalping, or I took so many L's, but maybe I got one or two wins that I let run, and that's another reason why it's good to let trades run rather than coming in and out too, because you pay, you know, I think AMP has one of the lowest fees. A Ninja Trader do, but AMP is like 60, it's like 60 cents or something like that, for each side. So open and closing a trade for each contract on the micros is 60, huh? On micros is 60 cents, right? So it's 120 each way per contract. And then on the minis, it's $2, right? So then it ends up coming $4. Well, if I'm trading minis and I'm trading 2 or 3 minis and I'm catching L's, it's my L plus $4 times whatever, how many contracts that I have. And that thing will rack up, four contracts on minis, you're already at $40. So even if I'm down $120, next thing you know, I'm really down 160. So it creeps up on you. Mhm. Good morning, everybody else. I think a couple people hopped on. But yeah, you were saying. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. I say this, man. I gamble more. I don't want to say gamble more, but I, on prop accounts, I take more trades that's maybe not A plus setups, and I don't manage my risk like I need to. And I think the reason why, and this is for me personally, I'm all for props. It's just that one, I'm trying to pass the challenge, right? And then number two, I'm trying to make it to a payout And then even when I do make it to a payout, I'm trying to grow that payout, right? So what I don't like about props, and well, this is the con, but what I don't like about props is that, you know, on a 150K account, I had to make $9,000 to pass it. That's $9,000 that I cannot touch, right? Well, because I had to make it to pass the challenge to show that I can do it, right? No, I'm just giving an example. Well, that's one of them. I'm looking at, like, for example, my funded futures, you have to make 9,000 to pass their highest challenge. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a bigger account, yeah. So $9,000, even if I have amazing trading, and I think I say it here, like, yo, if there's 2 or 3 good days of trading, smooth price action, there's going to be fuckery at some point. So it's if you caught 2 or 3 monster trades or 2 or 3 major good days, it's good to call it a week or drastically um your margin or how much you're trading, because I would pass challenges and then fail the account the next week all the time. And so yeah, and well, that's because, like, and I think about the markets and everything like stories, right? The market knows that a lot of people who went long last week won last week. Well, how do I take their money back? Most of them are probably thinking that it's going to be another week just like last week. And so people try to trade, and I've even done this on live accounts too. It's like, yo, I made $9,000 last week. Let me go ahead and increase my contract sizes now. And I'm killing it because I see the market. So now let me do it again. And it doesn't happen again. And so, usually I try to say, if you pass a challenge, let it sit for a week, bro, or sit for the first few days the next week, you know? So that's what I try to do now. And then, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly, bro. And that's why I think, like, on a live account, bro, even if I make $500, I can take 100 out, you know? So I can, if I make $9,000, I'm gonna take 4 grand out, pay myself, call it a day. I don't have to wait till the end of the month. I can do it the same day, wire transfer that thing, you know? So they do. However, um, there's 2 things with that. Number one, like, I think Trade Day or something like that does that, but they have intraday drawdown. I'm not touching any prop firm that has intraday drawdown. I want to say, oh, Apex, man, don't even get me started on Apex. Um, Man, honestly, bro, I say hell no, man. I think the days of having intraday drawdown, like, there's just too many other prop firms that does not have that. But think about what you're saying though, right? Think about what you just said. Hmm. Man, the only prop firm that I could say I trust is the My Funded Futures. And I want to say maybe Tradeify. And Tradeify people came from Apex, and I think they sued Apex for like $20 million or something like that. So because it was their technology. So those are, if I had to recommend any firm, it would be those two. But I like My From the Futures because I don't think they have the expert account anymore, but they have something similar. There's no consistency rules, bro. I don't want any rules in trading, bro, other than can I make money? Why don't I trust props? Maybe I didn't hear you correct, clearly. Why don't I trust what? Top Step? Oh, well, I don't trust prop firms in general, but when it comes to Top Step, um, I remember reading their rules and, well, one, let me say this. One, I think they're trying to share data, right? And I don't want to be with any firm that shares data, right? AMP is not sharing data with NinjaTrader about their customers because they're trying to catch. And I understand on one hand they're trying to catch people who buy and sell or whatnot. Number two, top firms in general, they're just not regulated. And so not only are you trying to share my data, you're also not regulated. And then number three, a regulated broker want nothing to do with you. So it's great that they're trying to be innovative and create their own, you know, what is it, their own platform with like the Project X. But I need, yeah, bro. Well, it's new technology that's gonna happen. So I'm not even faulting them on creating their own platform. I'm just faulting them like, for me, it's just a red flag when there's a regulated broker and they don't want nothing to do with you, for whatever the reason. And so, as a customer, I like options, bro. I like options. Let that project X, it might be something great in the next 5, 10 years. But right now, as somebody who's trying to make money in trading, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Yeah, man. So, that's really it for me, man. I just don't. And even these platforms that I do trust, they can literally close their doors tomorrow, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. So, what I like about trading a live account is one, I start off on micro. Y'all see me trade micros a lot. I be doing the minis too, but I really be doing the micros just to show that, yo, you can do the micros and make money, bro. And sometimes that is enough. You know what I mean? And so I'll trade the micros um one day, trade the minis the next day. But yo, make a little bit of money and then withdraw that bitch. Withdraw it, bro. Man, let me tell you, bro, if you have enough money, if you have enough money for prop account, you have enough money to make an account. 100%. It's the biggest lie, bro. Is the Yeah, but how many people has been chasing that potential? And then next thing you know, you buy like 20, 30 accounts and never get a payout. You know how much money I spent on prop firms before I finally got a payout, bro? And then when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, imagine I put all this money on a real account, you know? How many times have you passed? How many times have you spent $200, $100 on a prop account? Maybe you bought 10 over the year, right? I don't know. I'm just giving a number. You bought 10 accounts over the year. Maybe 10, there's some people doing five in a day, bro. You know, but you bought all those accounts because you put in your mind that I had enough money to purchase the account, not enough to make money with it, right? But then what ends up happening is you pass the challenge. So you made 6, 7, 12%, whatever that may be. What if you did that with real money and just kept scaling? Yeah, yeah. Market about to open about 30 seconds. What's going on, man? I think it might be an inside day, man. Where we going, bro? Yeah. See, I want that to stay intact, man, because I feel like if we go down, like how low is it gonna go if we take out that yeah. Last trading day of the month. Chi. Damn. Ooh, new law of the day. Nasty. Like if we get below 9, if we get below 590, might go to 487, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. And yep. Yeah, man. I'm watching right now is there's an NWOG that it just bounced off of. So yeah. And it's divergence too. And Q made a low that ES did not. So if you are bullish, I would hope that it hasn't reversed yet, but I would hope that the low is in, you know? I don't want to see it go lower than 590. Let's see. BXY is going down. DXY is dropping. He said if it drops one more time. This looks good. This looks good. Oh, it might be just to scare you. Uh, Yeah, don't like that. Jesus. All right, I'll be back, man. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back, guys. Yo, what's going on, man? Um, you caught shorts? Now, here's my question. Where did you short from, though? Did you use the market open gap? Okay, yeah. And it looks like it might continue short from here, probably to 487, you probably think? Hmm. I feel like it's gonna drop to 487 probably. Ooh. I got into shorts for 557 just now. I'm done for the day, bro. I'm done for the day. Um, I had the market open gap. I didn't trust it, that first fair value gap. But man, I did figure that there's an NWOG there. I don't know if you have the NWOG marked up, but I said, yo, if we get below 590, 592, I said we're going down. Um, and it started playing around that area, and then I went to the restroom. And I came back. That's when I saw that you was on, and I was like, damn. So I wanted to see if we was gonna go higher into the 945 candle, but it didn't. So I just caught a scalp. But I did catch the pop at the open. I mean, not at the open, at 8:30 news. I did trade it, and I caught that whole move, man. You know, which was nice. And what I did for that was I just said, yo, I'm gonna allow that to create some cushion so that I could see what happened. And I was honestly, I was bullish, bro. I did not expect us to get this far down um overnight, and I honestly didn't expect it to get this far down now. But you know, I'm willing to adjust and not marry a bias. So you're saying you're done for the day? Gotcha, gotcha.
Went down to the 1 hour, but I didn't even need to go up to the daily. Just staring at the charts side by side,
Mm-hmm.
ES broke. This was all-time high
Mm-hmm.
last week, and then this was all-time high yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and this was all of yesterday. So all of these highs is jagging at. There's no previous price action to the left side of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then from that, it just consolidated and broke down. When it broke down here, I'm looking at bullish PD arrays, and
Mm-hmm.
honestly, all of this is nasty for it to have been an order block. So for it to have been continued sales, I just don't think it would have reached down to the bottom of this.
Okay.
So if I were to look at it from here as fibs, it's way too low, and there's no other PD arrays. There's no fair value gap. In addition to NQ, it's the same thing. But the fact that it
Mm-hmm.
left the fair value gap, and at 9 o'clock, price was, yeah, price was somewhere in here. So when I drew the range, the only thing that was noticeable was these right here. Um, and so it dropped down to the 15 minutes. I noticed for London highs, there is SMT at London highs right here, 3 o'clock. This high and this high wasn't broken. I don't know if you see it.
Uh,
It's,
you said
it's
3
more
you on a 15 minute. You said 3 a.m.
the 3 a.m. high
Yeah,
and
all
this
right.
3 a.m. high.
Oh
Let me know
yeah,
if you see it.
very subtle. I see it now. Yeah, I was looking at it. I see it on your screen. I was trying to see how I can see it on my screen too. Yeah, that's very subtle. I did not catch that at all. Oh.
Yeah, so usually New
Hmm.
York will do one of two things. It will continue London or it would reverse from London's move.
True.
The only reason huh?
No, I said true. You're right.
The only reason I didn't have it to reverse is because London traded aggressively down and look where it closed. It closed right here. So now, though this is a retest and it broke down lower,
Hmm.
I'm going down a hierarchy of the rules, right? If it's
Hmm.
a continuation, price would have had to. So this is the range right before the retest. So none of this price action here matters to the right. Just focus right here.
Hmm.
This drop didn't reach anywhere close to 50% of that range. and then the drop here from the retest right here, it did reach 50%, right? But it didn't reach OTE, so none of that matters. So that's what counts as a retest for a continuation. So that's why I drew the most extreme fair value gap here and the most extreme there. And then ES open reached here, and so that's your divergence because NQ didn't have to do it. If I were
That's
to
the
trade
830
from
candle.
yeah, it traded up to the range. I don't even have to draw it, but it would be OTE every single time. That's how a continuation happens.
Oh, but you know what's funny to me though? The way that I draw my favorite gaps on a 1 minute, they both retested that same price
Mm.
on the
Okay.
830 pop. They both tapped into that 404 candle, but it does look different on ES. But nonetheless, man, I see it. I see it. I see what you're saying. That divergence that happened at 3 a.m., I definitely did not catch that. I did see the divergence on the daily with ES making all-time highs continuously, but for some reason, I was thinking that it was just leading and it might cause a retracement, but I didn't think it would cause a bearish day today. I just feel like we're so bullish overall, man.
It can be
So,
bullish overall, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be bearish. I actually think price can reach to make a low of the week. If it doesn't, but
that would be
Wednesday,
disgusting.
Wednesday's low is the target. But obviously, my target was what was London from Thursday? Well, my target has already been hit, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it was right here. This is what I was looking at. The reason because this is the SMT from here and from there. I don't know if you see it, that sent price.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
always, whenever that happens and it broke
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
high, my eyes automatically go through the SMT here.
And that's the funny thing is that SMT is the reason why I was thinking that price would hold bullish.
No, it wouldn't because after the SMT happened,
Hmm.
let me, because what I see is completely different. I don't have to draw everything in order to just see it. So this is the SMT that happened.
Yeah, I have
This
it.
is okay, perfect. So if I were to trade this, there are two things that I'll see. One, the high of this is the mitigation. This
Okay.
is the setup for the buys.
Uh-huh.
So this has already played out
And
immediately.
met is objective. I got
It
you.
met its objective. So when it comes back through it, I don't expect this to hold again because it already happened the previous day. You don't reuse the same PD arrays. So that's why it trade, or another way you can look at it is 50% of the range. Price came down here through 50% of the range. So if I saw this on a buy day, let's say for instance, if I wanted to be devil's advocate, right? Let's
Hmm.
say I wanted to buy from this range.
Hmm.
Once it comes down here to 50% of this range, this is where I would have started buying from.
Mm.
Or this is why I would have, if I sold here, I would have been exiting my position here, midway of the range. But
Yeah.
you don't have to think that. Once it met the buy objective, the next end is for the same thing to happen on the other end. And so that's why I was aiming for right here. And it met it there. So now that it's trading significantly lower than that. So
Hmm.
now you look at the most significant price action, and then previous to that would be low of the week to completely
Mm.
make a new low of the week. But that was it from this morning setup. Another reason too is because you do have the basic that my eyes always goes to. You have this entire overnight consolidation.
Mhm.
and it happens here, and then you have your breakout traders. Once it breaks above it, I mean,
Accumulation,
consolidated, do the swing, break below it, and then
manipulation.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just put it all together, really.
No,
Um,
that's great, bro. Because those are things that I definitely missed, and and it's probably just one of those things too that I I caught some things, but I didn't put the puzzle to pieces together. Like I knew I didn't want it to trade that low for the same reasons, but what I did not think is, and I guess you can say I good thing I didn't go too far, but I tried to force my bias or to say, you know what, maybe I'm right in my analysis, but wrong about my areas of interest. Whereas you saw it as, okay, I'm not expecting this PDRA to hold. And had I saw it that way, I think even if I didn't catch the divergence at 3 a.m., I would have said, you know what? Okay, this PDRA is not holding. I should expect a lower prices. So I think that's a great catch, and that gives me something to think about more in the future. As I start, analyzing and looking for my bias for the day.
so one thing that helped me when I was in that situation is, I don't know if you even care to do this,
Hmm.
but um, I think you should look at it as this way. And this isn't things that I'm making up. This is stuff that I from ICT directly, right?
Yeah,
Um, so it's one of two things. You have a full reversal, and then you have the continuation. That's what my mind goes through before market
yeah,
open. So I don't look at anything else, right?
yeah.
For it to be a reversal, we know it has to take what, a session, or, and this is what I
Some kind of
literally
liquidity.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I have in my notebook. And for it to be a continuation, it would have to have been SMT from a previous session or a previous day, and then from the SMT, read, how do you say, retrade back
Retrace.
into the rate. Yeah, basically. And that's when you look for OTE. So that's why this morning when I said, I'm looking for continuation of London to trade back into London, but to not break London high. That was very, very important. The reason why it shouldn't break London high, it didn't need London high as a liquidity, is because the liquidity is internal. Once you have an SMT, it's dropping back. All of this is internal range liquidity. It doesn't need external. So that's the continuation model.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So when you can do those two things, you just go based off of which one is it. If there was no SMT at London, they both made this high right here, I
Hmm.
would have focused for London to go back and take London's high. It's literally a 1, 2, 3, a what if puzzle. It's like computer coding. It's like what if then that. So once you have that written down, at least for me, it makes it textbook and easier for me.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. It's all good
But
stuff, man. All good stuff,
yeah,
man.
that was it. But this is low of the week right here. And it's definitely gonna go ahead and clear it, at least for NQ, which it's
That is
not far
wild,
from it.
bro.
80 points from it, and from market open, it already dropped 200 points. So
That is
the entire
honestly
week.
so wild, bro. To be making a new weekly low on a Friday. So you tell me Thursday is high of the week, and it's the last trading day of the month too.
You
It
also
might.
have to consider
Let me
the
see.
reasons that it's not wild is
Hmm.
because, remember, I pointed this out a few days ago. That NQ has a 2022 model. It broke here, and this where the shift happened, what brought it up here. I didn't expect it to come to this fair value gap. If I go back to the chat, I said that I wanted this fair value gap to be a breakaway gap, and then just retested that one. But the
And
same
I
thing
would
that
have took
happened.
that. I would have seen it that way too, because I do see that. But then ES just kept going higher, and I'm like, yo, all right, if it's gonna be divergence, it need to be divergence and then turn around. And then it just didn't. And so when I drilled down and I had that what was that news candle on last week Friday, whatever that was, I said
Mhm.
okay. And then when Monday it traded back into last week Wednesday's high,
Yeah.
I said okay, at least on the 1 hour I had that as a breaker, because now I'm looking at Friday's that news candle that happened at 10 o'clock. I'm looking at that as an expansion, which it sort of was, because it did go on to make new highs, even though it was choppy Tuesday and Wednesday. It's just one of those things. It's like, all right, so to come back down now to take Tuesday's low, I just feel like it's a lot to happen in a day. If it happened between yesterday and today, I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, man,
Well,
it's
which is true. What you said is true. It's crazy. You have all the right ideas, but I feel like
Mhm,
you don't actually put them in order that they belong. All right. We see the same things, but they're in
mhm,
different places. So when I see this range right here,
mhm,
I'm looking at ES right here as well.
mhm.
So this one has two fair value gaps. Since you cared a lot about fair value groups, ES
Yes.
does not. It only
Mhm.
has one. For it to be
But it has a
considered as a
volume
twin,
imbalance.
I didn't count that. I didn't care. The only
Okay.
reason I didn't care, let me finish with my thoughts. So you have two
Mhm,
fair value gaps.
mhm,
This range is a lot longer. I'm anticipating sales.
mhm.
For sales to happen for my setup, I need SMT. That's why there was no SMT that happened on the right side. So I'm expecting ES to create the SMT right here.
Mhm.
And for NQ not to. And I say that often. I said I want ES or NQ something and for the
You
other
do?
one not to. So this range right here, I'm anticipating the SMT already down here for ES to make the SMT
Yeah.
and for NQ not to. And so it traded up into this range with OTE of the range. So now when Monday comes, my eyes will be going down here and then down there. And so we will be selling long term potentially.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it, man. So we're gonna have a bearish September?
I'm just playing it day by day because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just viewing this time frame the same way that I'm in it. And if that's the case, then yeah, I would want this SMT to hold, trade below here and then below there. And then the second leg,
Hmm.
the second leg of NQ is gonna be the first leg of ES, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does.
Does it
It
make
does.
sense?
Yeah, it does.
What do you understand by that?
That the second leg of NQ is gonna be the first leg of ES.
Right. So what needs to happen for ES for it to be a trade entry and for NQ for it to be a second leg?
Another fair value gap is happening.
Specifically for ES.
Well, fair value gap needs to happen for ES. Another down one,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, another
So
bearish one.
not to confuse you, here we go. To make it make more sense.
Yeah, so we have
What
the
needs
SMT.
Mhm.
Now we need a fair value gap on, well, so if I'm looking at this on ES, right, and I'm looking for shorts, I'm looking for one or two things. I'm either one, I need some kind of displacement on ES, right? Or two fair value gaps. For me, that's a change in the state of delivery. Or a previous bullish PDRA, ideally a fair value gap needs to be violated.
Yeah, I'm okay. So one, I want to say a disclaimer. I don't
Okay.
think any of that is wrong. I just don't view it that way, right?
Oh, okay.
SMT, breaker, mitigation block. My eyes are right here for both of them. So once this gets broken, I'm
Mhm.
expecting for this entire thing to be the mitigation, entire thing to be a breaker. Yes, I am expecting a fair value gap
Okay,
within
I get you. I get you.
somewhere here. Yeah,
It's because
that's
I
how
don't
I
be looking at
understand.
mitigations, but you're right. Because the mitigation is the one that didn't create the high, right?
Pretty much, it's the opposite of a breaker.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Man, I ain't trade mitigation in so long. Um,
You don't have to trade it. Once you see a breaker, the other one is a mitigation.
gotcha. Gotcha.
So when you tell me that you're using some leg as a breaker, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't see it that way. Um, Again, it's just a difference of opinion. So that's why one of them has to happen to the other one. So now, if price happens to close down here, whether it's there, oh yeah, then I'm just aiming for down to the pits of hell at that point. It's the same way that I
Um,
view it on the 5 minute as well as the 1 minute. It makes no difference.
gotcha. Gotcha. All right, man. That's nice, man. That's nice. Nice analysis, bro. This is what we need to be doing on Sundays.
Um, I don't mind. I just, even though I have, like, I'll mark this up on a higher time frame, but to me, it all depends on what happens on a session prior to that. Because
I
I
get
just
you.
trade the sessions.
I get you.
So yeah, if price were to close down here, there's a side of this price leg,
Mhm.
then long term, I'm looking at here. There's one PD array. This is a swing, and another PD array, which is a volume imbalance. And then for this one, it would be this right here. This looks like a new week opening gap. That would be a PD array I'm aiming for. So that's it.
All right, bro. I like it, man. Like it, man.
All right. I'll catch you later then.
All
Hopefully
right,
tonight.
man. What's
All right.
tonight? Oh, I'm
That's
not
all
going
right.
to the bro code, man. It's because I work, bro. You know I would be there if I wasn't working, right?
That's why I said, why did you heart the message? That was the joke that you missed.
No, I didn't miss the. I got the joke. I was just saying that I love the message, man. That's all.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
all. I tried to kill the joke, but I got the joke. I did, because I haven't showed up to one yet. And it's crazy because the days that I do have the Friday off are days where there's no bro code. So I'll be like, damn. But eventually I'm gonna make it to one, man, for sure. All right, bro. Yo, yo, yo. Y'all partial to close those puts? Or y'all in longs? What? Before I left, we said Limitless said it too. If we fall below 590, it's gonna drop, right? We got to we got the 588 at 943, then it went up and then dropped. And I thought you had closed your calls too, though. Okay. It might reverse. I mean, that's fine. The good thing is you only lose what you put in, but you didn't buy no more after the drop, did you? Oh no. Are you in something now? Yeah, I don't trade options, so I can't tell you because it doesn't have to get back to 575, right? It just all you need is an up move and maybe get to break even, right? So, nah, he's here. If he's talking, he's probably on mute or doing something else in the background. Um, on hopefully on NQ we took some equal lows, so this is either gonna be at the very least you're gonna get a retracement, but Hmm. These buys might work right here. Oh, I want to just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not. 100% convinced, but what I'm looking at is there was a small divergence, but where price is that 1003 candle and 1004 candle. I feel like it's very telling that it wants to continue bearish. So I just need to see it I need to see it fail. I need to see it shoot up. So I'm paying attention to this 1020 candle right now to see if that holds, is what I'm doing. And I want to see that holds and push price up some, you know. So yeah. So I'd like to see us push up, man. Let me see what DXY is doing. It's not giving me the reaction that I wanted to give. There's also 1026 too. I would have felt better if it was like 1030. Oh man, going down. That's all we can do, man. All we can do. Yo, tricky. The 15-minute. Gear Squad dropping hard. It looks like it wants to go up. It looks like NQ wants to go up, man. It's just making it hard. Divergent.
Tested. Can't complain, I can't debate on who the best is. Overtime, don't really care about who next is. Man, I'm right now. Website. Life is walking through the mud, I'm battle tested. Can't complain, I can't debate on who the best is. Overtime, don't really care about who next is. Man, I'm right now.
Relax.
Push it.
37.
Push it.
Push it. Very
Push
good.
it.